I think one of the most difficult things to do is forgive someone that has hurt you, used you, spread lies about you. And whenever I'm thinking that I can't forgive someone, I think about Jesus on that cross. It was the very ones that nailed him to the cross that he prayed for. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. It's so powerful when you think about the suffering that he went through for us. We had a debt we couldn't pay. Sin. We could never pay it. We couldn't save ourselves. He made a way for us. And he's a perfect example of how we're supposed to treat others. And I fail at it often. I don't have a natural love normally for a whole lot of people because I've been hurt many, many times. And so it's easier for me to just stay away from people and to just write them off. But then I think about all the times that the Lord has forgiven me and turned my life around. He just turned my life around. So he could have said, you know what, I'm done with you. I'm over it. But I fell on my face and I said, please forgive me. And he's like, I'm going to require you to forgive those people that have hurt you because they did something to you that's not nearly as bad as what they did to me. I said, Father, forgive them. So if you find that you can't forgive someone, one way that I forgive someone is to bless them, to pray for them, to speak their name out to the Lord. When you start saying, God, I ask you to bless them and protect them and just speak their name out, it causes compassion to grow in your heart for this person. When you start seeing them as a broken person, and there's always a why. There's always a reason why people are the way that they are. Maybe someone hurt them and they don't know how to process it. And they can't tell the person that hurt them. So they lash out at everyone around them, the closest people to them. They get whatever is in here is coming out. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And whatever is in here is coming out. It's going to overflow. Whatever's in your cup, someone bumps you and that cup is going to overflow. If it's filled up of anger and unforgiveness and bitterness, that's going to come out. It's going to come on everyone else. You're going to blast it out on everyone else. If you don't go to that person, we're told in the Bible to go to them. Don't even try to give your offering to God. Go to your brother. Go to your sister. I'm preaching to me. There's some people that I can't seem to I want to forgive them. But I know I have not forgiven them. And if I have not forgiven them, then he will not forgive me. And I need a lot of forgiveness because I was a screw up. There's no other way to say it. I just messed up so much. And Jesus picked me up. He turned my life around. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Go to God. Cast your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Anything that's in your heart, say it to the Lord. He understands. He has been there. He's not so far removed. He was tempted in all points like we are, yet without sin. He understands the hurt. He understands the rejection. He was there praying in the garden before he went to the cross, and his disciples fell asleep. He was alone. There's so many hurting people. People go through unimaginable pain every day. But we have a God in heaven that understands. He understands. He sees all that goes on. You do not have to take revenge. We are not supposed to take revenge on people because God will pay them back. We're supposed to bless them, pray for them, and it's the last thing that you want to do sometimes because you want to hurt those that have hurt you. That's our flesh. We can't, if we're going to live for God, we can't live by that mindset. We can't live in our flesh. We must obey His word if we want to be His and we want to live with Him forever. We have to do it His way. God is love, but God is just, and God stands by His word. He's not a man that He should lie. I hope that through the things that I've been through, that I can encourage someone to say, hey, I'm going to turn this over to Jesus, and I'm not going to hold on to this bitterness anymore, and I'm going to forgive them, and I'm going to pray for them, and I'm going to bless them. One day at a time. One day at a time. Live for God. One day at a time. I love you all. Be blessed. In Jesus' name.